Hey Miss K, hope you're doing great. This is the video the lecture video. So, state three things that I learned. We get our chromosomes from our father, and that determines our gender. If it's an XX combination, it's a female. If it's an XY combination, it's a male. You can use electricity to separate DNA, which is called electrophoresis. DNA can only be taken from the white cells, which I found pretty interesting because I thought DNA was like in every type of like stuff that comes from you, but it's pretty cool. You really know that. PCR is polymerase chain reaction, used to make millions of copies of target piece of DNA. So basically, it's used to help identify fingerprints. The loci is a fixed position on a chromosome where a certain gene marker is located. I don't know how to say all of these. Allele sequences of code for a gene that determines hereditary characteristics. An STR is a short tandem repeats. Short sequence of 2 to 5 bases that repeat themselves. So greater discrimination requires less time and smaller sample size. Each person has one from each parent, which is pretty cool. One case where DNA was used to found someone is a 40 years ago there was 2 cases of rape and murder, and they found a guy from an old razor. Basically, they thought it was him, but they couldn't find a way to connect it to him. But they took in a lot of evidence. So then, like 40 years later, they like joined. I don't really understand what the articles say. It's from CNN, but it's they found the DNA and they connected the dots together, and basically after 40 years they found that it was him, and he had moved somewhere else and was actually convicted of robbery and 2 other rape cases. So he didn't stop his ways after the first 2, I guess. And then the one with the innocence program, something like that. I forgot what it's called. Innocence Foundation. This guy named Robert was convicted of murder, and basically his friend told him about the whole project situation, and he was like, oh, okay, I'll fill out the questionnaire. He filled out the questionnaire and stuff. It was like 70 questions, and they took the case, and they actually asked for DNA samples from like the lady's bra and like stuff like that, because they wanted to connect every dot, make sure that it wasn't him. And they actually ended up finding the person that was actually, the cause of the death. And they released the other guy, and they're offering him like 140 for each day he was in jail, which adds up to $1 million, which I think is pretty cool. But that's a pretty cool foundation, and include citations. I don't really know if you want me to put it up here or not, but I'm probably not. So I'm just gonna say it. I got the chromosomes. No, I'm sorry. Whoops. I got the CNN. I got the articles from CNN and New York Post. So those are the 2 citations. Other than that, it was just the lecture video. So, I'm Ms. K. I hope you're having a good quarantine. And yeah, stay safe, wash your hands, wear your mask, take care of your daughter, take care of your huskies. Bye.